Hi, third graders. I hope you are hungry for M&Ms because we are going to be doing some M&M color data collection. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of show you what you're going to be doing for this. So everyone, or when you're doing this, the hands-on portion, you should have a bag of M&Ms. And so the first thing you're going to do, I don't know if you can see this, you're going, yep, there we go. You are going to separate them by color, okay? After you have, oh, that's really dark. After you've separated them by color, you are going to start to collect the data in this frequency table using tally marks. I'm going to do one for you so you can see. So for brown, just because it's a low number, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what that one is. So for brown, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to do tally marks for brown for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, the 5 gets the cross one. 6. Okay. I can also write my number out here so that way I don't forget how many I have. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go through and I'm going to add or count up how many I have of each color. And then when you see me, this chart will be full. All right, I am back. I have filled up my frequency table using the tally marks. So just like in my frequency table, I can see that brown doesn't have that many, but red has a lot. Just something I was able to see. So now I have my frequency table. The next thing I'm going to do is use those numbers to make my pictograph. So remember, one of the first things you need to do for your pictograph is make a key. Since we're doing M&Ms, if you want to do your key as an M&M, you can totally do that. If you want to do something different, that's fine. But remember, it should be something that's pretty easy to draw because I feel like you're going to have some big numbers. So if you do something that's really complicated and takes like 5 minutes to draw, you're never going to finish this. And then you're never going to be able to eat your M&Ms because you can't eat your M&Ms until you're finished with this. Okay, so I'm going to use an M&M as my key. For your key, you want whatever picture you choose to equal 2. So I'm going to show you what that looks like here. Okay, so I'm going to do this. M equals 2. Now, if you want to make it equal 5 instead, that's fine. But remember, you're also going to have one that needs to equal, or sorry, if you want to make it 10, that's fine. But you also are going to need to remember you need to make it so that it has pretty accurate numbers, and half of 10 is 5. And so if you don't have exactly like 5, 10, 15, 20, it's going to be hard to show it with a pictograph. Okay, so if I have one whole M&M equals 2, that means that 1 half M&M looks like that equals 1. All right, super. So now I'm going to take my data and I'm going to use that to make my pictograph. I left this part blank in case you wanted to do a different order of colors, or if you wanted to actually write the colors in whatever color it is. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do red in red. R-E-D. Okay, so for red, I have 18. Oh my goodness, that is a lot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. That means I'm going to need to have 9 of the big size M&Ms. Oh, it looks like I have almost all even numbers. That's cool. So I'm going to make 9 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to equal 18. Remember, we're counting by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. You can even write your number out here again just to make sure you have that correct. Okay. Next, I'm going to do orange. Ooh, and I have an odd number for orange. So that means I'm going to have to use a half of an M&M. I'm going to write orange here. Orange. And let me see. Orange, I have 13. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 6 of the whole M&Ms and then 1 half M&M. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 half of an M&M, like that, to equal 13. So you are going to fill this out for the rest of your M&Ms. You're going to fill out the rest of the pictograph. The next thing you're going to do is a bar graph, and I will see you on the next page for that. Okay, I am back now, and we are going to be making our bar graph. Okay, so the first thing you need to do, we should have this information already. This is this axis is the y-axis, and this is going to equal the amount. This is across the bottom is the x-axis. That is going to be the colors. So the first thing you need to do, and you can do these in any order, is write the different colors that you have. I'm going to use the actual colors just because I think that would be cool to do. So I'm going to put red. If you want to do just the letter, that is also fine. You can do that. Red, orange, yellow, and I'm not going to make you watch me do the whole thing. I will pause it, and then when you see me again, it will be finished, but yellow, and I will see you in just a moment. Okay, so my colors are in there. It's almost like 4-H Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and brown. And then for the amount, I'm going to put the amount up on the top. You're probably going to have some large numbers, so you might want to do this in increments of 2. Just saying. So if I'm doing it in increments of 2, each line is going to be a multiple of 2. All you have to do is count by 2s. So we have 2. Then the next line is going to be 4. Next line is going to be, you guessed it, 6. Hey, Mr. Whitford, if I'm counting by 2s, 2, 4, 6, what comes next? 8. Good job, Mr. Whitford. Yay, he got it correct. 8. And then all the way, so you're going to take that all the way until the highest number that you have of your amount. I have 10, 12, 14. The highest I have is 18. So 14, 16, 18, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to take my data and I'm going to create a bar graph. So let me go check over here for my data. All right, for red, I have 18. Oops, wrong one. Red, I have 18. So I'm going to take my red and I'm going to take the line and make it go all the way up to 18 and make a bar graph for that. There's 18, there's red, boom, boom, boom. And then last thing I do, I can fill it in for red. All right. What's my next color? It's orange, and that one's 13. Oh, good. This one's going to be like slightly tricky, but you guys got it. Okay. So for orange, since it's 13 and I'm counting by 2s and I don't see the number 13 on here, but I know that 13 is going to be exactly between 12 and 14 because 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so it's going to be exactly in the middle. So here's 14. Here's 12. I need to go exactly in the middle for my orange. Where's orange? It's right here. So that's where my orange line is going to end. And then I'm going to go make my bar, fill it in, and I have my orange bar. All right. Once you are done doing the entire graph, there's going to be a few questions for you to answer about your data. Once you finish answering your questions, you can eat your M&Ms. Or you can get back to Mrs. Whitford because she likes M&Ms. Or you can get back to Miss Whitford and she can give them to Mr. Whitford because he also likes M&Ms. All right. Have fun graphing.